Really? I mean, seriously? It's uncanny. What's going on, everybody? So I've been giving my fair share of wear to the newest flanker in the Halloween Man line called Halloween Man Hero. I want to give you my full thoughts here today. So stay tuned. Like we always do, we'll start off taking a look at the presentation real quick. Starting with the box, extremely reflective as you can see. Bunch of super bright, crazy looking, holographic looking colors. It almost has a hologram look to it. Name of the fragrance, size and concentration. Jump into the blue on the side. Other side says the same. Halloween on top. Fragrance info, batch code on the bottom. Interesting box, but still just a regular cheap box. In regards to this bottle, standard Halloween Man fare. The difference is that color pattern from the box continues on the glass. It goes from blue to a pinkish color to orange to yellow. Interesting gradient fade. Halloween Man going around the collar. Cap does click into place. Have a sticker with some fragrance info on the bottom. And then the atomizer shoots very, very far. Let's get into this scent. So, obviously, it smells pretty much like Invictus Aqua. While not an exact copy, this is Invictus Aqua 2018 to Invictus Aqua 2018 what Mont Blanc Legend Spirit is to Invictus Aqua 2016. The cheaper alternative because this recently got discontinued as far as I know, which is very sad because as many of you know that have been watching me for a long time, this is my favorite fragrance. This is a tester bottle, that's why it says the name on the front, but Invictus Aqua 2018 is my favorite fragrance in my collection. So this is actually quite refreshing for me personally that Halloween Man Hero smells so close to it. As you'll see with the notes on the screen, it's a rich citrus freshness, mega bright, summertime aquatic, C-note dominant, light blue aquatic. Crazy mass appealing, has that bubblegum type of Invictus smell, but not quite as sweet as Invictus, ergo Invictus Aqua. Like I said, if I had to put a percentage on it, I would say it's about 85% Invictus Aqua. Subtle differences, but not major differences. Things like the ginger note, for example, do add a bit of a crispness to it while not really making it much of a spicy fragrance like ginger can typically do. It doesn't add much of an earthy aspect. This one's not quite as powdery because of the lack of violet. It's a little bit more soapy because of the addition of lavender. That's one of those subtle, nuanced differences that I find between Halloween Man Hero and Invictus Aqua 2018. I really like the way they did this here. It adds that shower gel feel without making it a powdery fragrance at the same time. Because some people didn't like the powdery aspect of Invictus Aqua, and I understand that. I actually enjoy that. The floral tone is a bit less here because it's lavender being used. It does add that strong aromatic quality, and like I said, adds a slight soapy nature, adding to that clean shower gel, mass appealing scent that Invictus Aqua is known for, and now Halloween Man Hero is known for, basically. It has an amber extreme note that adds a little bit of warmth in the dry down, this smooth cashmeran, which is kind of family of cashmere wood, to add this smooth, soft, woody nature in the dry down. I don't get much of the oak moss or anything like that. It's pretty linear for the most part. So aside from the citruses tending to burn off after a little while, and that lavender creeping in more and more, making it more soapy and aromatic, the amber extreme and that woody nuance coming in more, that's only the real change. The real changes that I get from it are subtle, and that's them basically. It's nothing major, but the scent here is extremely pleasant. Obviously, if I'm comparing it this closely to Invictus Aqua, which is my favorite fragrance, that should tell you that I'm absolutely loving Halloween Man Hero. Honestly, if I had to make an exact comparison, I would say it's like taking Invictus Aqua 2018 and sprinkling just a touch of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue in there, the original Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Not the peppery aspect, but the brightness, that extra added sea breeze type of smell that Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue can add. This smells amazing. Synthetic because it's a designer, sure, but not as synthetic as one of its counterparts in its own line, like Halloween Man X. I find that to be even more synthetic, at least in the opening, than this is. This is super pleasing. This is a clean, soapy, aquatic fragrance that's going to be hard for most people to not at least kind of like. I just can't see too many people not liking the smell of this unless you just don't like this genre of fragrance. For me, I think it smells incredible. Let's get into performance. So this is another strong similarity to Invictus Aqua, to be completely honest with you, because it's a 6 to 8 hour fragrance on my skin, more in the 6 to 7 hour range, which is pretty much what I get in longevity from Invictus Aqua. It sticks to my skin for the first several hours. It seems like it's going to wear heavy for a fresh aquatic fragrance, but then it does start to calm down pretty heavily after about 2 to 3 hours. I still smell it pretty rapidly, but not heavily after the 2 to 3 hour mark, because projection for me is in that first 2 hours. It's pretty heavy. It has the ability to really push off the skin and captivate and grab somebody from a few feet out or when you walk by. So that first 2 hours is key for this fragrance. After that, it does sit a bit closer to the skin, but projection overall is slightly above average early on to average. Nowhere near what I would call a beast, but far from being a weak projecting fragrance. And then the sillage is on the milder side. It's not a really strong trail because it is a light and airy fragrance overall. After about 4 or so hours, the trail is very, very mild, and you'd have to pass pretty close by somebody for them to smell you based on my experience. But nonetheless, above average across the board. I wouldn't put it in that very good category. I would definitely put it in that slightly above average category across the board for projection, longevity, and sillage. Overall, I'm thinking for what you can get a 4.2 ounce bottle of this, I'm not going to call it a must buy. If you have the same taste as me, sure, it's a must buy. If your bottle of Invictus Aqua is running low and prices are starting to creep up, or it's getting harder for you to find a bottle to replace it, then this becomes a must buy, because it's probably the most suitable replacement, in my opinion, to Invictus Aqua 2018 to the final renditions. Like I said, I'm not 100% certain on it being discontinued completely, but I have heard for all year long how it's over with for Invictus Aqua. Like I said, not confirming it, I'm just sharing the rumors I have heard, and I have heard it often throughout this year, especially in the spring and summer. So at the least, it's a must try. If you can get your nose on this and you're looking for a suitable replacement for Invictus Aqua 2018, this is it. This is the one. I paid right around $40-ish for this 4.2 ounce from fragrancebuy.ca in Canada. It was part of the same haul as Homme Ice, which I just recently reviewed. Actually, at the recording of this, I reviewed it the day before. And great haul overall. 2 really good cheap fragrances. I didn't mean to rhyme there. It just kind of worked out that way. But this is great, in my opinion. If you like Invictus Aqua style fragrances, this is, like I said, the most suitable replacement, especially for the money, if you're looking to get a new bottle of Invictus Aqua and don't want to spend hiked up prices, or if it's just harder for you to find, you'll be just as well off with Halloween Man Hero. And until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have already tried this? How many of you get this crazy strong similarity to this? Like I said, it's not one-to-one. I'm not calling it an exact copy, but it is really, really close. Like I said, if I got to put a percentage on it, it's in that 85% range. Subtle differences, such as powdery violet versus soapy lavender. That's the main difference that I get from the two, but overall, extremely similar. Scent profile start to finish, and performance overall as a whole. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on Halloween Man Hero from Jesus del Pozo and you give it a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.
You know how. Nothing ever stays the same. Once you let it change. It's like a family.